Welcome to Kakaaki Social. I am Ohimai Amaize. This is the segment of the show where we spotlight the issues that shape conversations in the Nigerian social media. We'll start off this morning with a focus on President Muhammadu Buhari's achievements in office so far. We saw a tweet yesterday from his new media aide, Bashir Ahmad, who posted a tweet about some project that he's currently being credited for in the southeast of Nigeria. And Nigerians have been reacting to that. Festus Keyamo also posted a video. We'll be taking a look at that video shortly, and the comments have followed. We're focusing this morning on the achievements of President Muhammadu Buhari, which have gained some kind of traction in terms of conversations in the Nigerian social media within the past few days. Let's take a look first at the tweet that Bashir Ahmad posted yesterday. Bashir Ahmad is a personal assistant to President Muhammadu Buhari on new media. This was what he posted. He said, this is Nnamdi Azikiwe Mausoleum in Onitsha, Anambra State, abandoned since 1996 by previous governments and is now being completed by President Buhari. Picture number 1 from 1996 to 2015. Picture number 2 from 2015 to 2018. These were the two images he attached. We'll take a look at those images. The first image from 1996 to 2015, showing the state of the mausoleum, and then he now tweeted this picture, added this picture from 2015 to 2018, the current state of that structure that is being built by President Muhammadu Buhari in Onitsha, Anambra State. This is the image, as you can see, what the state of that structure was between 1996 and 2015, and then we'll take a look at what Bashir Ahmad says is the current position of the mausoleum that President Muhammadu Buhari has built. And the comments are flowing already from Truthfully83. We saw this tweet. Was Buhari not in government as PTF chairman in 1996? Was he not part of Abacha's government? Mr. Bashir Ahmad, go and sit down. You have no moral justification to exonerate him. He was part of those who abandoned that project since 1996. He can't score any political point here. And we take a look at more reactions from Nigerians to that tweet, which had gone viral on Bashir Ahmad's Twitter handle, from Deacon Obidima tweeting at GOMBBS, GOMBS, said, if you like, build 5th Niger Bridge. We remember Operation Python Dance. We remember the slain. These are reactions to claims that President Buhari is building the Nnamdi Azikiwe Mausoleum in Onitsha. And then from Mace Clef, who gave help? How much will that grave contribute to the economy of Anambra State? Posers and questions for Bashir Ahmad and the Nigerian presidency. And from Agba Chuka tweeting said, who else noticed that Pix number 2 is just the computer architectural design of how the mausoleum will look like at completion? These people think that everyone has no certificate like their master. And let's go on and take a look at from Awolam FX. We saw this tweet. Gesture is appreciated. However, the Igbos are way beyond Second Niger Bridge and Mausoleum, and using same as political carrots will amount to disrespect and insult. The Southeast needs massive infrastructural developments, extra states, federal presence, and politics of true inclusion. From Awolam FX, we saw that tweet yesterday. And from Chukzi McCollins, we saw this tweet. This wouldn't be considered an achievement if it was done by a local government area. Talk more of federal government. I've seen that project many times. It isn't huge. And then we move on now to still talking about the achievements of President Muhammadu Buhari. The spokesperson of his campaign organization, Festus Keyamo, shared a video a couple of days ago, which has been viewed several thousands of times. He said, for 16 years, they left these pensioners to die. But we were the biggest economy in Africa and earned the highest in crude oil exports. Now, with prudent management of resources, they are getting paid. These senior citizens are thankful, but the boys in Dubai are not smiling. And then he added this video. Let's take a look at that video. And the comments have followed.
I am the president of Association of Retired War-Affected Police Officers who were in eastern Nigeria before the outbreak of the Civil War. In 2000, the federal government granted us amnesty and retired all those of us who were originally dismissed. From 2007, we started appealing to respective governments of the Federation to retire us according to the terms of the amnesty. And for 10 years, we were fighting without anybody listening to us. It took the president a very short time to decide that we deserve justice. 2017, they started paying these benefits. We owe this to President Muhammadu Buhari, who graciously granted us this favor.
Festus Keyamo shared that video on Twitter, and of course comments followed. Let's take a look at the comments that followed. That video is courtesy of the Ministry of Information and Culture. Honorary Grandma tweeting said that they can't be happy because snakes and monkeys are no longer eating our money. Septic tanks are now collecting just what they are meant to collect, not our naira, dollars and pounds. Buhari, APC Nigeria, and the good people of the land, clap, clap, clap. And then more comments on that video we just watched from Dozie Eriobu tweeting at Deriobu. Was Buhari not part of the war atrocities? Was he not a former head of state before? Kudos should go to OBJ, who granted them the amnesty first. 16 million people lost their jobs and businesses, and you are showcasing us, the people your principal contributed in their destruction. Ouch. And then let's take a look at more comments from Ali Musa 3. We saw this tweet. It's only the sinners that fear the judgment day. What concerns you with Dubai meeting? Did anybody hold you not to go anywhere you like? After all, your paymaster spent taxpayers' money in the UK for 3 months. Focus on the achievements of your paymaster, if any. From Ali Musa 3, we saw that tweet. And then from Muhammad Tajuddin, we saw this tweet. To this old man and his likes, Buhari has done wonderfully well. Equally for those of us who have the gift of deep thinking, who saw where the country was heading to before Buhari took over from the vampires. No, now he has saved a generation. From the vampires, no, he has saved a generation. Not everybody who has eyes can see. From Muhammad Tajuddin, we saw that tweet in response to Festus Keyamo's video. And from Elegbodo 1, we saw this tweet. PDP government is the best government in Nigeria. Obasanjo cleared all the international debt and saved more in the external reserve. Yar'Adua did his best, and most of the projects being commissioned by Buhari were 100% implemented by good luck. Nobody can save your failure. And then we saw this tweet from Agboro Pastor. Next year is not far. You and Buhari will be defeated, and you will be far away from Nigeria matters, because you are not fighting for Nigerians, but for Buhari. All the souls wasted in this administration are all speaking against this administration. Buhari will fail woefully. From Pastor Japhet Agboro tweeting in response to Festus Keyamo there. And from Tok Saneke tweeting at Tokwila, Mr. Keyamo, just be informed that no amount of your propaganda will make right-thinking Nigerians give your principal a second chance in 2019. Those who made that mistake in 2015 have learned their lessons. Reactions to the video we just watched that Festus Keyamo posted about what President Buhari has done for the people of the Southeast. And then, yes, you recall that on Tuesday precisely, we brought this issue to you about yesterday, actually. A Nigerian soldier, Captain Sani Zakari, who was injured in combat and then has been hospitalized for a couple of months now. And there were reports that there was a need to send him abroad for medical treatment, but he was neglected by the Nigerian army. The army authorities, the defense authorities have actually come out in a statement on Twitter to give their account of what they know about this issue. Defense Info NG tweeted and said, Captain Zakari Sani, a very courageous and hardworking officer, was ambushed alongside other soldiers in Benue State while on Operation Wellstroke. The officer was badly wounded and was evacuated to Benue State University Teaching Hospital, Makurdi. They continued in another tweet. So let's take a look at the next tweet. It's quite a statement that was broken into several tweets, and then where he was initially stabilized and later evacuated to Cedar Crest Hospital in Abuja for higher management outside of the operations theater. Cedar Crest Hospital is one of the best hospitals in the country as at today. Next tweet from Defense Info NG, and then the team of doctors and other medical staff, including expatriates, are attending to the officer whose situation, though serious, is getting better by the day. He has undergone several medical procedures which have helped to stabilize him further. The CDS has placed medical surveillance on the officer for eventual medical evacuation outside the country. It should be noted that foreign medical evacuation is a process that is done with the advice of the medical doctor that is administering the stabilization treatment. And still tweeting said, otherwise the intended objective may not be achieved when evacuated abroad. The military takes care of the medical needs of our personnel, including her retired colleagues, as necessary. Various cases are sent on medvac, especially those personnel wounded in active service. Information given about Captain Zachary may be intended to ensure he gets the best of medical attention, but the narrative is not true. If he had been hurriedly taken out of the country without destabilization treatment according to medical advice, the outcome may not be certain. This is the statement of the defense authorities on the plight of Captain Sani Zachary, who was injured in battle, now bedridden for several months. And the Nigerians have been calling on the Nigerian army to do something about his case. They've come out to say that, look, we followed the procedures based on medical advice. If you need to fly him abroad, it needs to go through a process. And we hope that the Nigerian army will follow through that process. And then the issue of Atiku in Dubai has also generated a lot of talk in the social media. Did Atiku host 400 people in Dubai, as was being claimed by members of the APC on social media? Well, spokesman Atiku, Segun Showumi, the spokesperson of the Atiku campaign, took to Twitter yesterday to debunk that claim. Let's take a look at what he tweeted and some of the comments that followed. Reports in the media that Atiku hosted a 400-person meeting in Dubai are false. For the avoidance of doubt, ours was not a jamboree, but political strategy meeting that had only 18 people in attendance. And then the comments are flowing already on that Twitter, which has gone viral on social media. Favored Simi tweeting said, Buhari was away in UK for almost 6 months on taxpayers' money, and no one was bold enough to sue him to court to give account for money spent. But a private citizen travels to have meeting with 18 people, and the outrage and propaganda. Who did this to Nigeria? What is going on here? And then from O Square 78, a man who does not see any part of Nigeria worthy to be used for political meeting cannot be president of Nigeria. And then from Nura Sabo Anko tweeting at NSA 20, their false claim on our next president of Nigeria, Atiku, will never work on him. They have the fear of Waziri because he is widely accepted by Nigerians, especially those at the grassroots level, while their clueless boss is losing popularity and will chase him back to Daura. From Politburo, we saw this tweet. I don't think you owe hypocrites any explanation on how one spends his personal funds. The presidential jet was parked in London for months at a huge cost to taxpayers while the president was hospitalized. And from Salman Al-Kanuri, tweeting at Salman Paris 85, we saw this tweet. Why must it be Dubai? Ordinary meeting, it then means you will plan to be holding your fake meeting in Germany when you get elected. Fraud. And then Simon Peter Edok1 tweeting said, a drowning man will hold on to anything, including a twig, for safety. It is not surprising that the ruling party are petrified over the Dubai meeting. I have a question for those asking for a probe of the meeting. Is it now a crime to hold strategy meetings? And from Ezek_O tweeting said, if you want the truth, Egbon, I do not like the optics of such moves. The senses of a lot of our people have been destroyed by the extreme poverty and would not understand strategy session in Dubai. What is wrong in doing it in Nigeria? Hashtag let's get Nigeria working again. From Real Igwe, we saw this tweet. If you were 1 million in the meeting, how is that their concern? When they were trooping to Abuja House in London, what did they go there for? Some statements are better ignored. And then we go now to this issue of the EFCC. The EFCC was celebrating the conviction of a young Nigerian who fraudulently created an account on Facebook and used it to defraud several Nigerians. And you would think the Nigerians would be very excited about that, but we got some comments on this Twitter, on social media. The EFCC posting, that's the young man who had been convicted, Eniola Kayode, a.k.a. Aliyu Mohammed, has backed a 1-year jail term for forging a Facebook account purportedly created by Pedini Bosch Nigeria Limited, using same for fraud. Justice O.A. Williams of the Special Offences Court, Ikeja, Lagos, found him guilty of the fraud. Hashtag conviction. And then Nigerians are reacting to that already. Eusebius tweeting at I am Eusebius said, what are you doing about the woman who is accused of forging NYSC certificate and used same to earn money illegally and accessed controlled to our national treasury? That's a crime against us as individuals and collectively as a nation. She must be extradited and brought to book. And then Victor Blaze tweeting said, tweeting at Victor O1, quick to jail a commoner, but difficult. Quick to jail a commoner, but difficult to go after Gandola. The blood of the unjust will speak. And then we saw this tweet from Ndamzi Kingsley Wali tweeting at Ndamzi2, when are you investigating Gandolas? Posers for the EFCC, Nigerians are asking you, when are you investigating Gandolas? And then Mayaki Darlington tweeting at L_14 147 Mayaki said, this is the kind of news they can post. There are many corrupt individuals in this government. None has been indicted and investigated, even with a lot of proofs. They would rather prefer to go after opposition party members. And then from Henry Usiayo, who saw this Twitter, you guys are just a bunch of disappointment. It's so quick to break this. What is happening to the top politicians? Will you say you are not aware of the Ganduje Gate? Fight corruption, not taking a side in corruption. These are posers to the EFCC. We hope they are watching, and Nigerians are asking them, don't just go after the petty offenses, but go after the real serious corruption, the grand corruption and not the petty corruption. Well, it's Thursday and it's Throwback Thursday on Kakaaki Social. We bring to you this video of an angry Nigerian youth, an unemployed Nigerian graduate who was airing his views on national issues about the situation of Nigeria. It's courtesy of Sahara Reporters TV. It's a video that a couple of years ago, 2-3 years ago when it was first released, it broke the internet. Let's take a look at this video.
Any Lagosian you see with a school bag is homeless. It's high time we stop hiding things from ourselves. The truth is out there. The truth is out there. We carry sweaters, we carry bags, and everybody is homeless. Everybody is living in fear. And let me tell you what is going on. Those that have the means to employ, do you know what they are employing? They're employing cooks. They're employing security guards. Apart from that, they're employing maids. So that's more job going to females, and the only job that is left for graduates is security, cook, cleaner. A graduate with a BSc now cannot do more in Lagos than be a cook, a secretary, or a cleaner. And let me tell you, it's not easy. We're already competing for that position now. A lot of people, they will not employ Nigerians. Do you know what they prefer to employ? They prefer to employ Togolese people, Togolese and Ghanaians. Imagine. So tell me, what's Lagos doing for me? But for the few who are enlightened, it's good that you know. In order for you to solve a problem, you must first of all trace the genesis of that problem. A lot of people are seeing the problem. They don't know the genesis. They don't know the solution because they've not yet traced it down. And we are talking about selling assets. How many have we sold? By the time this interview is done, I hope they look behind me and they see a magnificent building that is standing in Lagos. That building is empty. There are a lot of great minds that could use that building, but that building is empty. It's just one of them. Oh. Go to Lekki and see how many abandoned houses are in Elegushi. So now you ask yourself, if all these things are going on in 2016, should I tell you what will happen by 2018? When the amount of homeless people in Lagos State have increased from 80% to 99%. So rich man, where will you be? Your houses in Lekki are empty. Houses in Banana too are empty because you cannot stay there. So tell me, the root of Nigeria's problem is greed. We need to check ourselves, we need to check our lifestyle. You are living in a very big mansion of 20 rooms. My brother, how many rooms can you sleep with? Ask yourself, how many rooms? You can only sleep inside one room. You are living in a mansion in 20 rooms. I want you to ask yourself this. You, that big man sleeping inside that big house. Any day you come outside to sleep with any girl in your Balende, stroll and go under the bridge, you will see the reason why that girl is a prostitute.
There are millions like him out there without jobs, millions of young Nigerians like the young man you just watched talking about the situation in Nigeria, the crisis of jobs.